I'm Tiffany, and to get ahead in the leagues today, you have to be the best. This isn't like regular roller hockey. This is pro beach hockey. And the teams to hit the ramps today are the sizzling hot team with the Latin beat, the Salsa.
Everybody likes the salsa.
Versus the growling, vicious Dawg pack.
Dirty.
This party's gonna be hot, so you better take a seat, because once we get rocking, you won't want to leave. Now, let's go courtside with one of NHL's heaviest hitters, Marty McSorley.
Outstanding, Tiffany. I'm here with player coach of the Dawg Pack. Chris, you've just officially been eliminated from the playoffs with the last game.
Yeah.
What happened to the Dawg Pack?
Well, we had to test some key scorers and some key goaltending that we could have used early in the season. You know, right now the team's starting to gel. When you're playing a season like this, you don't have a lot of games, and unfortunately we got knocked out early, but we'll be back next year ready to bark and run around.
Now, are you guys looking to make any trades right now to bolster your roster for next season?
I've already got guys in mind. I mean, as I told you earlier, if you're going to come back and dress in Dawg Pack uniform, I could use you.
Perfect. Now, why don't we see what Tiffany's up to?
Well, seeing we're done, let's go check out Tiffany right now.
Thanks, Marty. Now, don't you forget the Dawg Pack and the Salsa aren't the only thing going off today. We also have the Slammin' Dancers and the Ziggins on the pro beach hockey stage. Okay, you ready to party? Great. Let's go to Chris Madsen and Marty McSorley for the game.
Hey, thanks so much, Tiffany. You know, we've got the buzz of the boardwalk here as we get set for Salsa to take on the Dawg Pack. And perhaps Chris Nelson tilted his hand a little bit. We'll tell in a moment. But first, you can tell the Dawg Pack has been mathematically eliminated by the Web Warriors. Salsa, on the other hand, right in the thick of the playoff race, trying to jump up a spot potentially as they try to overtake the Express. But, you know, you take a look at this Dawg Pack club. You talk to Chris Nelson about perhaps maybe bolstering the lineup. Any truth to the rumor that you may be suiting up in a Dawg Pack uniform next year?
Well, they're beautiful uniforms. I get a chance to skate out here every day after the games, and it's tough. These guys are talented players. I don't know if my body could take the pounding that these guys are taking right now, but you know what? It'd be an interesting opportunity.
Talk about a pounding. What about the outing that Brad Scholl had the last time out?
Brad Scholl got shellacked. But Brad Scholl's an experienced goaltender. This is where the age comes in. An experienced goaltender knows that every now and then the team's going to fall apart. You don't get flustered. You come back. You start anew the next day. He knows he's a good goaltender. He's played well. His confidence hasn't suffered. He's going for Salsa.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored in part by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice. And by Snapple. The best stuff is in here. The picturesque city of Huntington Beach, California, proud to host the second ever Pro Beach Hockey Tournament as we get set for the drop of the ball. Dawg Pack playing for pride. Salsa trying to step up in the playoff race.
More than that, the Dawg Pack, these guys are playing for their lives, their professional hockey lives. Some of these guys will not be invited back. You're a last place team. You don't play the next year. And these guys have to be sharp. As we've just seen from the goaltender, Zach Bernstein letting a shot in like that. I mean, he's playing for his life right now. It was a great two-point shot from outside the zone. Zach Bernstein missed playing it. And here we've got the shot a long ways outside through traffic. Oh, finding the top corner. Beautiful. And a nice goal. Dave McLean hammering that home. Dave McLean being a little quiet lately. Needed to get it going before the playoffs.
Dave McLean with a long-distance two-point shot. Chris Nelson tries to respond as he floats a pass in down low, and Lonnie McDermott's tipping attempt is denied by Brad Scholl.
Let's not forget here, Salsa, the last game out, got beat bad, 11-4 by Heavy Metal. They don't want to play Heavy Metal first round of the playoffs. They need a victory today. This is a big game for them.
Well, this is a huge turnaround already as Robbie Harmer just lowers the boom on Ryan Sapola. Kind of like Sapola, though. He won't even give him the satisfaction of knowing that that one rattled his teeth.
Absolutely. He's going to jump right back on any other loose ball he can find. He's not going to get flustered.
In the far corner, Steve Phillips glides aside from Lonnie McDermott. Sticks come up a little bit, and they're shielding the ball with his body. Ray Matz tries to go inside out on Lonnie McDermott.
Ray Matz not having a great opportunity to move, so he's not going to give it away. He's going to keep it his feet, take a hit, take a whack, and eventually find somebody.
The two-point marker for Dave McLean. His second two-point goal of this tournament. Phillips looking, shooting down low, and it just grazes the left leg pad of goaltender Zach Bernstein. Back the other way, Mike Gillen tries to worm his way through the defense, cannot do it. Loose ball comes to rest around offensive corner. So Brad Schola spotted something he didn't have the entire last game out. A lead, 2-0.
This is going to be interesting to see if the Dog Pack, they're officially eliminated from the playoffs. They're playing for pride, playing for their jobs, and some guys may have a grudge. Some of these guys, knowing it's not with no playoff ramifications, they might want to give a guy a whack or two, go out of their way and run somebody, or there might even be a beef here because they've got nothing to lose.
Well, I think Harmer's already added one exclamation point already. Hand pass inside the dome zone. Good call by the official, Michel Voyer. So Salsa will bring it out. You remember Harmer lowered the boom on Ryan Sapola. But let's face it, for many of these guys, it could be their last time in front of the cameras as well. So if they want to get a little face time, they're going to have to put the pedal to the metal here this afternoon, even though the playoffs may be out of reach.
Well, as this game grows, it's like any professional league. There's tons of guys waiting in the wings who want to play here. You have to produce. There's pressure to produce.
Oh, my. You can't leave Chris Nelson unattended from there.
Chris Nelson trying to lead his team here, going right on the offensive right away, especially when they were down 2-0 right at the start. Gets them on the board here, gets them back in the game, trying to keep some of that Dog Pack pride.
Chris Nelson with his club-leading 16th point and 7th goal of the year. Slices the lead in half.
That's as many goals as the Dog Pack got the last time out. The last time these two teams played, Salsa won 10-1. Rob Harmer was the lone guy who scored for the Dog Pack.
It's been a miraculous turnaround year for the Salsa. They come into this one 4-4-1. Last year, they were in the same position. Dog Pack finds themselves in this year, last place, and now Salsa answers the bell.
Very nice call by Mike DeAngelis, a very talented ice hockey player, playing in Europe, playing in the World Championships against all the best NHL players, coming in front of the net, taking a very nice feed from behind the net. Nice timing, nice place to put the ball. Zach Bernstein down with his paddle flat on the ice, looking for the save, going upstairs. Nice goal, right in, right near the camera.
America Online makes planning your summer easier than ever.
Vacations,
movies,
concerts, and more.
This summer, keep in touch with email, instant messages, a buddy list. America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Sign up today.
You know, cost me a lot of things. I mean, I used to be a straight-A student, you know. I was liked by all the neighbors, you know. Never really caused any trouble. I was always a good kid. You know, growing up, you know, it was all right. Before I knew it, I was getting thrown out of my house. I mean, it's crazy to think what really happened to me. I was a good kid, straight-A students. Next thing I know, I'm getting thrown out of my house, and it's like, you know, I just became a total loser.
There's a new rock star in town.
Hi. At Snapple, we know the pressures facing young fruit today. How easy it is to go bad, start hanging with the bad crowd, mixing with preservatives. That's why here at Snapple, we've created a place where good fruit can come to get even better, to learn skills, to interact with other fruit they would never meet on the outside. Snapple and fruit, making the best of it together.
The best stuff is in here.
We welcome you back inside the PBH Bowl as Ryan Sapola tries to make his way through the Dog Pack defense. Nothing further develops. Dog Pack counterpunch back the other way. Matt's with it. Winding, shooting, hit on goal, and it's played to the corner by Zach Bernstein.
I haven't seen the Mullen brothers yet. I mean, it's been 4 minutes into the game. Have they not made a change? I don't think so.
No, they haven't, as a matter of fact. In fact, the Mullen brothers are standing, waiting, motioning to David McLean to get off the surface. He now does. One Mullen brother steps on. Now the other, Willis Steve Phillips, steps off, but not before David McLean on a backhand shot is thwarted by Bernstein.
Well, if the Mullins were standing, it was standing on the bench because you can barely see them over the course of the bench.
Hey, check it out. 5 players on the floor for Salsa. Are they going to call it or not?
Yes, they are. We're going to have a penalty shot and an opportunity to knock this, to pull us in a 3-2 game here for the Dawg Pack.
Good call by our AD Bob Spurk, as he pointed out that 5 Salsa players. David McLean has made his way to the bench. Didn't realize that a Mullen brother had stepped on, so he jumped right back onto the surface. Free shot here. Nelson rattles the pipe, gets his own rebound, loose ball, goal.
Jams that rebound in. We have seen so many goals off these free shots, not on the initial shot, but on the rebound. Chris Nelson stayed with it. There was a very, very strong attack by Gord Schmidt and Chris Nelson. And Gord Schmidt, I think, is the one who put that rebound in. But they were both in there whacking and hacking for it. Good enthusiasm for a team here who's already outside the playoffs and playing for pride.
Check out the hand-eye coordination from Gord Schmidt to bat that one out of midair. And Salsa's lead whittled down to 3-2.
Well, there's the case. The Mullen brothers dying to get on the ice so badly, they put 5 guys on the ice.
Along the far boards, Gillen will send ahead. Here comes Gord Schmidt back the other way. Waiting, looking, delivering. But can't quite make it through to Chris Nelson. He's got a man in the high slot, and Gillen will just punch it ahead. Gillen again. Waiting, looking, shooting. Wide. In pursuit of the loose ball, Wally Lacroix, who has turned out to be quite the pickup for the Dawg Pack, rides the rail. Coming away with the loose ball. Mullins wide side feed just out of the reach of Mike DeAngelis. Salsa in the corner. Picking it up, Marty Mullen. He gets leveled by Mike Gillen. Gillen has that penchant for the bone-crushing check.
I would wish everybody from the Dawg Pack would play as hard as Mike Gillen has. He's been in scraps, he's hit guys, he's crashed the net, he's scored big goals. He's done it out of sheer determination.
I'll tell you, if the Dawg Pack can take possession of the loose ball, Brad Scholl isn't even close to his stick right now. Ray Matz is cut over to help him out and picks it up. And Scholl will step back into position.
Good play by the defenseman. You either give him your own stick and then you go to the bench and get one, or you go get his stick for him. But a goalie needs a stick. It's the only keep the shooter out away from him. It's much harder to deke a goalie when he has his stick.
This game just about 6.5 minutes old. Thus far, the scoring: Dawg Pack single-point markers, Nelson and Schmidt. Salsa, a 2-pointer from David McLean, and a single-pointer from Mike DeAngelis. Sapola looking. Phillips collecting. He'll draw a crowd in the near corner. Nobody lays the body on him. And he plays it all the way back to the high slot. Ray Matz, who leads this league in 2-point goals, came a crossbar away from tacking on another. As we go to break here on ESPN.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone. We fixed stuff. Did some art projects with the kids. Cleaned up the park.
Did something for the planet.
And you know what? It was great.
At first, they didn't know each other.
Well, that didn't last long. These are my new friends.
Are you into it?
Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.com.
This message is brought to you locally by Tree Wood Furniture.
What's it really like? It's a body pump class at lunch.
It's a hard ride and no rain.
It's mastering a challenge.
It's going for the extra lap.
It's 2 more reps than before.
It's a sauna. It's all the great new equipment.
It's a little friendly slam and jam.
It's having fun with my friends. It's the way it makes you feel.
24-hour fitness. It's all this and more. This month, get 50% off. Call 1-800-204-2400.
On to number 1. 31 times he rallied for fourth quarter victories. 4 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. The quintessential big game quarterback. The best pound-for-pound boxer of all time. Muhammad Ali calls him the king, the master, my idol. He was a true champion. ESPN Sports Century athlete number 25, Joe Montana at 7:30, and number 20, Ray Robinson at 10:30. Friday on ESPN. Presented by General Motors.
If you want to come out in person and see Pro Beach hockey, you got to get out early. Once again, a terrific crowd is congregated here inside the PBH Bowl as the Dog Pack knock this game up at 3 points apiece.
Nice goal by Lonnie McDermott and a big goal for the Dog Pack. This team's starting to show a lot of fire. Good for them. I'm proud of these guys playing in a no-win situation, coming out, battling a team who's fighting for positioning come playoffs. Nice goal by Lonnie McDermott. Nice shot. Bradshaw giving up the rebound. Lonnie McDermott staying with it, putting it right in under the bar. Nice goal.
Lonnie McDermott with his 6th goal and point. 3-3 game. Salsa and White desperately needs this one as we get a whistle away from the play, and someone's going to be given a free shot.
There's a high sticking call. I believe Salsa's going to have the free shot. Dog Pack committing the error. Little too aggressive with the stick. You've got to use the body. Throw the hip in for position. You can't reach with the stick. And I think that Ryan Sapola is going to be the one taking the shot. No, I'm sorry. It's Steve Phillips taking the shot.
Here he comes in on goal. Jansen right into the body. Zach Bernstein who held his ground. Not easy to be a stand-up goaltender in this league.
No, definitely not. But if you go down all the time, the guys are scoring so much up high, it's a tough guess for the goaltenders.
Along the near boards, David McLean and the Hammer greet one another once again. McLean gets the worst of that exchange as the Dog Pack come away with a loose ball.
Hammer gives him a nice grin after he puts him down. Hammer a little feisty here today.
The Hammer came in leading the league in total hits with 19. He has easily eclipsed the 20-hit plateau. Loose ball, top of the dome zone. Gillen blows out a tire. Good recovery by Chris Nelson. Nelson leaves. Gord Schmidt hops into the hole. Fakes the shot. Schmidt looking, delivering on the doorstep. An opportunity there for the Hammer sent wide.
Hammer crashing the net, getting position in front of the net, getting a chance to get a shot off. It's all because of positioning and keeping your feet moving.
Out comes Ryan Sapola, one of the more fluid skaters you'll see in this tournament. He rockets a shot over top of the 4-foot-high net, and as the ball leaves the surface, free drop along the far boards.
Zach Bernstein never moved on that shot. That was just over the crossbar. He didn't see it, he didn't move, and I think it made him a little bit nervous.
We are down to the final 6 minutes of this opening half. Salsa came storming out of the gate. And the Dog Pack gamely came back to knock this one up in 3 as Zach Burt looks on. Product of Las Vegas, Nevada. Bernstein, one of the revolving door goaltenders that the Dog Pack have had to utilize in this tournament.
Well, you know the Dog Pack are going to really look to solidify their goaltending. Zach Bernstein right now is trying out for a job next year because the Dog Pack have had troubles in net. They're going to hunt down the best goaltender possible right at the start of the year and want him for the whole season and go with him.
Well, last year they had one of the very best in the tournament. A guy by the name of Steve Vezina, who finished 7-3 with a stingy 5.5 goals against average. Bernstein joins the ranks of players like Scott Floro, Peter Yaros, and James Fuji as players before him who have tended goal in this tournament for the Dog Pack.
And those guys right now are home watching this game on TV. Since the Dog Pack, there are guys waiting in the wings. Guys are dying to play, and these guys are talented players. These guys can't take it.
Well, by the effort, you couldn't tell that the Dog Pack have their tee times all lined up for tomorrow morning. As that shot by Lonnie McDermott is snared by goaltender Brad Scholl.
You better hope you don't get the red slip because you need more than tee times. You might need a job.
Let's catch up with Tiffany somewhere around the PBH Bowl.
Hi, I'm standing here with Chris McSorley, the commissioner of Pro Beach Hockey. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you, Tiffany.
Great. Now, you're the expert. Tell us about some of the special things we need for Pro Beach Hockey.
Well, we got the PBH 3000 here by V-Form, and along with the ice court, allows for maximum traction out there. This is what the guys need here with the sun and sand here in Huntington Beach.
Chris, tell us about the ball. It's made by Franklin Sports, correct?
This is a special ball designed for Pro Beach Hockey by Franklin Sports. It's got the anti-gravity system in it. This ball does not bounce. Maximum speed with this ball here by Franklin.
Oh, well, thanks, Chris. We'll have more of the second half and the Ziggins on the Pro Beach Hockey stage, so stick with us.
Worth it? We think so. V-Form, the official skate of Pro Beach Hockey.
Last year, it struck 5 countries and 50 cities worldwide. Over 1 million people on 3 continents experienced its power. Those who survive never forget. Don't you just love days like this? Bands raging since '66.
Sometimes I get distracted. Once I missed the beginning of NFL Tonight. I took my knowledge for granted, and it started to go away. Now, my knowledge is back. That makes me happy.
Pro Beach Hockey. A face-off starts each half. A free drop keeps the action non-stop. Do not play beach hockey.
Good shot of the V-form skates the players are using in this tournament. They're also using a ball that has been developed specifically for professional league play. It's called the Pro Beach Hockey AGS ball. Top of the dome zone, play to an open wing.
You know, Chris, that is a fun ball to play with because it really rides on the court very, very well. You can get a lot on it when you shoot it, and you're able to have a lot of accuracy because the ball doesn't dive and move as much as the other balls used to.
That's right. They've increased the size from a season ago and the weight to provide the ultimate in control and shot accuracy. Pick up yours at a retailer near you.
Look at Ray Matz down on his knees. Not sure if he can knock that ball out of the air. Goes down on his knees, knows he's going to keep the ball in front of him. Nobody's going to get behind him.
Loose ball behind the net. Wally Lacroix, one-point shot taken from the high slot by Gord Schmidt. Paddle down for Brad Scholl, and Salsa will take off the heat. We're down to a minute and a half here in the opening half. If you're the Dawg Pack, you got to be sporting a grin. What a terrific first half it has been for them. For Salsa, you got to be saying, hey, we're in the eye of the hurricane right now, and unless we pick up a point or two here, this one's going down to the wire.
Is that Ray Matz? Does he ever play hard? He is all over the court here. He's making great outlet passes. If this Salsa team's going to go anywhere, they have to look at him and follow his example.
Oh, check it out. They are just working that ball. Phillips with a possible finish. Comes up empty.
Zach Bernstein, great kick saved by the kid from Vegas.
Oh, my. 1-point goal, Phillips. 4-3, Salsa.
Here we've got the Dawg Pack making an initial turnover. And making the initial turnovers right there. Knocked down by one of the Mullins. Nice drop pass. Steve Phillips coming in. Great save by Zach Bernstein. Now another turnover. And a quick up to Steve Phillips. Nice quick backhand. That was a beautiful up. They kept the offense rolling. Steve Phillips takes his shot. Quick circle, comes right back into the attack. Gets a great up and deposits it in the net.
For you young players at home, talk about a cardinal sin. Many times they tell defensemen to diamond out of your own zone. In other words, work it off the boards, and right now, Harmer's working over a member of the Salsa.
I believe it's Greg Samra who is getting the recipient of Hammer being a little upset and a little bit frustrated. Hammer's playing well today. He's providing them with offense. He's providing them with hits. He's playing well, and I think he may pick up a penalty here, and Greg Samra will probably be the recipient of a penalty shot. The Hammer, he doesn't really care so much right now about giving away a free shot. He just wants to give some lumps right now.
Well, Greg Semrau's looking around and saying, hey, where did that come from? The ball was all the way up the floor. And I think that according to the Hammer, he's saying, hey, the guy was holding me. I had no recourse but to respond, but perhaps not in quite as aggressive a fashion as he did. So it's halftime officially, but in mind that Salsa is about to be rewarded with a free shot to close out the opening 15 minutes of the half. So Harmer takes the penalty and then has a few choice words for Steve Phillips, who came to the aid of Greg Semrau. They're saying, hey, we'll take the shot to start the second half when we return with more here on ESPN.
Now that Tara Lipinski is part of the Snapple family, she could be part of your family, too. With every 2,000 Snapple, get a life-size Tara of your own.
218.35 miles an hour in the...
Cheryl Ann.
She did it. She.
Marco! Marco! No talking, you two.
Offer ends now.
The best stuff is in here.
Buddy was, one of a kind. There was nobody like Buddy. He just took over when he walked in. Automatically, it was his house. It was his party. He had a different woman every night. I'm gonna tell you, every night.
Really? I didn't know Buddy Lee was such a womanizer.
Buddy Lee? Man, I thought we were talking about Buddy Guy. Who in the hell is Buddy Lee? Oh, the little Gene guy. Yeah, I remember him, man.
The Dungarees. Can't bust them.
It was a shootout against Thomas Ravelli. It was the 5th shot. I just tried to relax myself and do the best I could, and I scored, and we won, and it was our first win. Yeah, that was a great feeling. I'm Leo Cullen. Have you seen me?
See him Thursday at 7:30 on ESPN.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored in part by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice.
Welcome back to halftime. I'm sitting with Tara and Mary Lee. And what do you like about Pro Beach Hockey?
Personally, the guys and the full body check.
Yeah, what about you?
I like the sun and hitting.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you like that, you're going to love this.
ESPN The Magazine presents Yvonne Rodriguez, Dan Patrick.
You're gonna have to hide those. They're stealing the signs.
The signs?
Yeah.
About here?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Think it's okay?
You're getting better. No, you're
sure?
getting it. No, you're getting it.
It's a well-kept secret, but sports' greatest stars turn to Dan Patrick for insights that really help their game.
You can tell by the spin if it's gonna go fair or foul.
With the spin?
Yeah.
You might be right,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
You might be right.
You're getting better.
And in return, they tell Dan amazing stuff for his ESPN The Magazine interviews that you won't hear anywhere else.
Do you ever get tired of squatting?
In September, yes.
Call now for ESPN The Magazine and get this navy blue windbreaker absolutely free. A free water-resistant nylon windbreaker, plus sports the way it ought to be, with unbelievable photos, inside information, player profiles, and Dan Patrick's incredible interviews.
When's the last time you sang the Puerto Rican national anthem?
Here, but I'm not a good singer.
Do you know the words?
I know, I know the words.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I do.
Let's hear.
Nah, I'm not a good singer. I can show you how to catch, but I'm not a good singer.
Subscribe now. Get 26 issues, a year's worth for just $1 an issue. $1 an issue. That's 66% off the newsstand price. And remember, you'll get this navy blue windbreaker with a zip front pocket and embroidered ESPN The Magazine logo free.
Camera always picks this up when you're in the dugout. You gotta learn. Project. That's warning track power with seeds. Very good. You're a quick learner.
That's still longer than you.
Don't talk back to the teacher, okay?
Call now for ESPN the magazine and your free windbreaker. 1-800-947-0990. 1-800-947-0990.
Oh, yeah, you do that.
Welcome back to Pro Beach Hockey. I hope you enjoyed halftime. Well, it looks like the Dawg Pack and Salsa are ready to go at it again. Let's go courtside where Marty McSorley's standing by.
Great as always, Tiffany. I'm standing here with Rob Harmer, the Hammer, a good buddy of ours who we've been bagging on a little bit. Hammer, are you asking for a trade? And if not, what are your plans for the rest of for the off season?
Well, for the off season, I'm going to get bigger, stronger, and faster, and I'm going to come back next year, and I'm going to be hitting more, and I'm going to be scoring more goals, baby. That's what it's all about. We had a rough season this season, you know. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs or not, but hey, we're out here having fun today.
That's great. Well, I've just got to say, you know, I personally am going to miss you because you've been really entertaining. You've been a fan favorite. Over your hands from the signs you've been making, but I'm going to miss you, buddy.
Hey, you know,
come on, give me a hug. There's a lot of love here. Now back up to my buddy, Chris.
Hey, I got another title for him. Esquire. He has become the Johnny Cochran of the PBH. He pleads his case to both referees, and guess what? He gets an even up call. There'll be no free shot when we return. And so, Salsa and the Dawg Pack are still down to a one-point game. 15-10, your shots on goal. The difference, every goal except one by David McLean is a two-point goal.
Well, look, Chris, the Hammer must have been traded because look what the Dawg Pack got for the Hammer.
Boy, I'll tell you, whoever was the GM of the other team, they must have pounded a couple of drinks into him before making that deal. Dawg Pack got a great couple of players in return as we get set to start this second half. Salsa leading 4-3 behind a two-point goal by Dave McLean that provides the difference thus far.
Well, I think if for the Dawg Pack, you would have been drinking this year with your goaltending problems and some of the goal scoring that just didn't happen for them.
Loose ball in behind the net. Zach Bernstein will watch the play develop just to his left. Well, one thing about the Hammer, he's always entertaining. What, did you see the little dancing display that the Hammer put on prior to your interview?
Well, he was on the floor dancing with all the slamming dancers, all the pretty girls that dance here at Pro Beach Hockey, and the Hammer was putting them to shame with his moves. A real artist. I asked him, you know, Hammer, you don't have any dancing experience now, do you?
You couldn't tell by the performance? Hope he doesn't make a living off of tips, that's for sure. Scholey makes the save. We get a free out. Well, for all the laughs we're having, right now this is serious business for Salsa. They're trying to salt away their spot in the overall standings and see who they draw in the opening round of the PBH playoffs.
They don't want to draw Heavy Metal, the #1 team in the standings, who seem to have their number. The Salsa need this victory to guarantee themselves not to play Heavy Metal come first round of playoffs.
Marty, you played on some fabulous teams that I'm sure a lot of people said, hey, you know, what's the motivation for these Edmonton Oilers to play any better than they have? I mean, they're going to make their way in the playoffs with their eyes closed. But what kept the club like that motivated?
We had a great general manager and coaches, and our coaching staff wanted all the players to be great players, all the players to develop into great players. He wanted all the players to reach their potential. But at the same time, they knew that every team we played against played their absolute best. And when you're in a 7-game series, anything can happen. And our division was full of great teams. The Winnipeg teams were very, very good. The Calgary teams, you got to remember the division the Edmonton Oilers were in won the Stanley Cup 6 of 7 years. That's how talented. There was teams that would come into a West Coast swing, play Edmonton and Calgary, and get 17 or 18 goals scored against them in 2 games.
Well, the numbers are staggering if you look back at the heyday of the Edmonton Oilers. As Gillen picks up the loose ball off the near wall and glides to the middle of the floor. He surveys the situation. He sees an opening. Oh, skate to stick, quick shot, and Scholey, the goalie, makes the save. I'll tell you, opening few minutes of the second half, Dawg Pack have been the aggressor offensively.
Absolutely, but Bradshaw making a big save and starting the play going the other way. If you get a big save from your goaltender, it's a very quick chance in the other end because the other team has committed themselves offensively.
Loose ball, back wall. Dave McLean loses an edge. Ball is batted around the roulette wheel. collected off the near boards. Lonnie McDermott with time. Moves up court, shoots wide. And as the ball caroms high along the far wing boards, Chris Nelson spots a wide open man. Upstairs it goes, Wally Lacroix. Whistle sound.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say, I don't see the guys using the ramp as much as I thought they might. But break right now, and then we'll come back to that.
This August on TCI Digital Pay-Per-View. It's a heavyweight showdown. Former champion Francois Botha must prove that he's worthy to fight for the title, but stepping in his way is Shannon Briggs. Briggs is touted as the most talented heavyweight in boxing, but to live up to expectations, he must defeat Botha. Plus, Marco Antonio Barrera defends his title against Angel Vasquez, and more great fights. Botha versus Briggs, live Saturday, August 7th from Trump Taj Mahal on TCI Digital Pay-Per-View. Call 1-800-885-FIGHT.
Right now, Showtime's the one to watch for movies that will blow you away.
Deep Impact.
Hold on tight for earth-shattering Hollywood hits.
Godzilla. Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. The Zorro.
And TCI Digital Cable brings you more of what you want with an easy-to-use on-screen guide. Plus, order TCI Digital Cable along with Showtime and you'll get Showtime 2 at no additional charge. Order Showtime with TCI Digital Cable now.
Get TCI Digital Cable installed for only $4.95.
To the referee.
Listen, referee, I got a simple plea from the Minnesota Lynx, here delivered by me. You see, we're new to the league. We got nothing but dreams, but the Lynx have complicated defensive schemes. Listen, referee. Wow, wow, listen to me now. Listen.
Pro beach hockey. Hitting is part of the game, but not on the ramps. You may be penalized.
These ramps are great because you can't hit anybody on the ramp. You can use them both offensively and defensively. If somebody's pressuring you, as Ray Matz does, he takes the ball up on the ramp, protects it with his body, waits for his players to come back so there's no turnover. Offensively, you can do the same thing behind the goalie. Take it up on the ramp, somebody can't hit you, protect it with your body, try to let somebody get position and then dump it out. The guys are going to use it more and more as the season goes on.
Ball is sent wide by Steve Phillips. Ryan Sapola cannot cleanly play the carom. Out comes the dog pack with a head of steam. Touch pass up the wing intended for Wally Lacroix. He was under lead. In the far corner, Chris Nelson and Steve Phillips mildly bump one another. This is in the hitting column, with the exception, obviously, of the freakish between Semrau and Harmer to close out the first half. It's been a very gentlemanly game.
Well, other than Rob Harmer, the Hammer, it's pretty much been a no-hitter. I mean, both these teams, the dog pack do hit a lot normally, but the Salsa love to skate, love to move the ball. They love to look for that guy off the side of the pole. Very much on a transition game. The dog pack generally will try to be more physical.
Oh, did you just see that bump? That the Hammer laid out on his man up the floor. Greg Semrau, I don't know if Semrau did something away from the PBH Bowl to catch the eye of Robbie Harmer. Maybe he didn't pick up the tab last night, I don't know, but regardless, Harmer has pretty much targeted him, and the hit count once again heavily favors the dog pack.
Well, pretty much that's the hit count for Rob Harmer right now, because he's got a majority of hits counting on both teams.
Chris Nelson from behind his own net. Very mild forecheck again established here by the Salsa. Off the near wall it rolls, and again, a game of catch between both clubs. Here's a guy that's about to try to turn things around. Marty Mullen. Pass down low, just out of the reach of Drake Semrau.
There again, quick down the side, looking for guys driving to the far post. Just the goalie before he can come across. You need to pick that guy up and take the stick away from him.
Oh, look out here. David McLean looking for another, and he just popped it over top of the crossbar. Marty Mullen with it. Plays it back inside his own zone, and Ray Matz will have to go the full 174. Steps aside from one player. Wide open is Dave McLean on the near wing. Threads the needle. On the fly, long shot taken in on goal by Matt Mullen.
You know, a player from the Salsa, if they're going to be successful come playoff time, is Mike DeAngelis. This guy needs to step his game up a little bit and be more offensive. They're going to need some goals from a bigger player because it gets harder for the smaller guys to score come playoff time. and Mike DeAngelis is a big, talented guy who can do it for him.
Right now, Salsa having a lot of difficulty making their way in the direction of Zach Bernstein. Unlike we've seen from Salsa in the past, they've used their speed to their advantage, but right now the Dawg pretty much matching him stride for stride.
If you see what Chris Nelson did there, a very intelligent play, because when you make a play on the net, it's easy for the other team to go in transition. On these wheels, it's tough to get turned and get back. So Chris Nelson haphazardly goes into the net, knocks the net off its moorings, kills the play. The goalie gets a free drop. He has a chance to get back defensively.
Ray Metz plays the ball off the near wall, and Ryan Sapola will churn up the court. Oh, look at Sapola. Shimmy step around one man, and the pass floats through the crease. Gillen takes the body and the ball. Churns up the near wing boards. Looking for an option, floats a pass into traffic, and Ray Metz was there to play it aside.
Like usual.
1-on-3 attempt here for Dave McLean. Harmer bumps with McLean. Sapola cuts away with the ball. In the high slot, backhand shot by McLean is sent wide.
Salsa seems content right now to take this fourth run with it. They're not pressing offensively. They think they can hold this with a goaltender like Brad Scholl in net.
Gillen drove to the net, but his line mate went careening into the far post, lifting it off its moorings, and we are down to the final 7.5 minutes left in regulation time.
Guys, quick.
Scholey the goalie, drawing a crowd. 4-3 Salsa. 2-point goal, Dave McLean. Single pointers for Mike DeAngelis and Steve Phillips. Meanwhile, for the Dawg Pack, Chris Nelson with a goal. Lonnie McDermott as well. And Gord Schmidt. Along the back wall. Good hustle by Gillen. He's a difficult guy to knock off his skates.
Very difficult, very tenacious at the same time. Not only is he a good skater, he wants to play hard. He looks for the bumps and the grinds, so he wants somebody to battle with him.
Oh, turnover inside the dome zone, and Mullen failed to make him pay. Dawg Pack cracked the code, and Gord Schmidt has it swatted aside by Ray Metz. Tremendous effort by Ray Metz. And Tiffany, what's up elsewhere around the PBH Bowl?
Huntington Beach, California has always been known for its amazing surfing. And ever since the sport of surfing was introduced to the West Coast, there's been countless surfing competitions right here in Huntington Beach. And on any given day, you can see some amazing surfers right out there in the ocean.
There's a new rock star in town.
PlayStation. America Online makes planning your summer easier than ever.
Vacations,
movies,
concerts, and more.
This summer, keep in touch with email, instant messages, a buddy list. America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Sign up today.
Loyola Marymount star Hank Gathers collapsed here. To honor him, Bo, his teammate and best friend, shot his very first free throw with his left hand, just like Hank.
First free throw, left-handed, in honor of his friend, Hank Gathers.
Releases it. It goes in every time. For Hank.
We welcome you back inside the PBH Bowl, down to the final 6.5 minutes of play. Oh, look out. Scholey, the goalie, has lost his stick again. But Salsa collects a loose ball. DeAngelis fakes, tried to deliver in down low, but McLean couldn't get a step on Chris Nelson.
Well, Chris, we just got word that Matt Mullen is sitting on the bench and not getting a shift. I think they're worried a little bit about his knee so that he'd be ready come playoff time. He also says that he thinks that they're doing it because he's not playing well enough defensively. He's got to get going. He's keep games under his belt, get sharp come playoff time, take some wax, give some wax, and get out there. But defense will win you playoff games, and he has to do it in both ends.
Well, I'll tell you, to keep a Matt Mullen on the bench, you probably got to anchor him down. He and his brother, usually the first guys in the building on game day. as the ball is delivered cross court, and a slap shot by McLean rattles the glass. Here comes his brother Marty, surrounded by blue sweaters. He's open on the wing. Dave McLean will support the ball. He's running out of room as a long rising shot in on goal. Handcuffed Bernstein. Loose ball. Turn it over. Moving in on goal. They score! David McLean.
David McLean starting to get on fire a little bit. This guy's got a great pair of hands. You need to whack him a little bit. Keep him away from the front of the net. Because given the opportunity, he'll put it in behind. A very nice pause by Dave McLean. Jumps on a loose ball. Hesitates. Moves it to his backhand right of the line pretty much. And right upstairs. Here we see him from the net camp. Zach Bernstein on his heels. Waiting, going down. Committed himself. And right up under the crossbar. Goaltenders need to stay on their feet and try to move across laterally while they're on their feet. A very hard play for them.
Gord Schmidt. Shimmy steps around a couple of guys before floating a pass to the left wing boards. Gillen supporting the ball along the back wall. Looks for a man driving to the net. He has one in Gord Schmidt and Harmer positioned out front. Could not cleanly get the ball to them. Counter punching back the other way, Steve Phillips. Ryan Cipolla plays the carom.
Chris, that was a big goal for Salsa. They can't lose this game now with one shot. The Dawg Pack are going to have to come back, and at least 2 shots are going to have to be taken to beat them. The Salsa trying to put some rules between themselves and a loss right now, which they ill can afford. At the same time, they are playing great defensively, knowing they need to get that defensive for the playoffs.
Steve Phillips battling for the loose ball. Dawg Pack cut away with it. Mike Gillen has logged probably more court time here today than at any other time in this Dawg Pack regular season. Long shot, sent wide. Swing and a miss, Lonnie McDermott. And here comes Steve Phillips back the other way. Drop it off, quick shot taken in on goal. Loose ball, punched into an open corner. Chris Nelson, last year's James J. Allegro MVP award winner. This year, I'm certain he'll be passing the torch. Paddle down, big save Bernstein.
Yes, Chris Nelson's been a little bit upset this year. He's been upset at his goaltending. He's been upset at guys in his own team. Sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and work through it. And the Dawg Pack have not been able to do that.
Opportunity here. He looks, he waits, he's on front, and Ray Mance. That's about the first time he's ventured inside the dome zone today. Now we'll try one from 2-point range. He's put a patent on that shot.
He's trying to dominate the ball on both ends of the court right now.
Ball is delivered the length of the floor. Mullen with it will work it blindly off the wing. Matz will try to play in the direction of Several, threw it past him. Slap shot, Gillen rising from the point of impact.
He brought that. Now the Mullins love to jump on these loose balls and get on their horses.
Hat trick potential here. No, McLean elects to dish it off to Mullen.
Very unselfish play for a player with the potential for a hat trick.
Back the other way, Gord Schmidt, sweep checked aside by Ray Mance.
I love to watch that guy play defense, sacrificing his body. Great play defensively.
Upstairs and over. Hat trick goal for David McLean.
Let's not look past the quick turnover Ray Mance had on the 2-on-1. Comes right in, down on his knee, forces the Mullins. Had nowhere to go, but right into him, and quick up to one of the Mullins, over to Dave McLean, fake to his left, pulled it back to his right on his backhand, inside the post, up over the glove. Zach Bernstein still looking for that one right now.
Rejoice, citizens, the delicious whippersnapple fruit smoothie is here. Your blender is now obsolete. One blender gets you one whippersnapple fruit smoothie.
Hey!
6 tempting flavors, blended fruit juice, fruit puree, and other good stuff.
It's better this way.
Come, be like the others. Choose whippersnapple today.
The best stuff is in here.
Hey, I heard that inhaling too much
gasoline can make you crazy. Where'd you hear that? The little man in the glove compartment told me.
NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Sunday at noon on ESPN.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored in part by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice. And by Snapple. The best stuff is in here. And by PlayStation, official sponsor of Pro Beach Hockey. Live in your world, play in ours. So, this terrific crowd that has congregated inside the PBH Bowl has been treated once to another solid effort by Salsa. All they have to do now is just play a tight defensive game the rest of the way and take that opportunistic shot when it presents itself, and they could be well on their way to their first ever postseason appearance.
Absolutely. They can't be faced with outman situations deep in their zone. You have to come back with your man, know who your man is, pick him up, and keep yourself between him and your own net. Not let anything go through. And if you have to, go down and block shots.
Offense has pretty much been the bugaboo for the Dawg Pack. They have the most anemic offense of the 6-team tournament. Drop pass, give and go, bring it upstairs. Matt's denied, and their best defensive player is trapped behind the play. Dawg Pack failed to realize that. They would have had a 3-on-1, but they elect to shoot from way outside the dome zone.
And there's Bradshaw putting the ball down, trying to get the offense going, while the Dawg Pack were still looking to lose after that miss.
The goalie has handled all 11 Dawg Pack shots on goal thus far in this half. Well, when you're building a ball club, you build them strong up the middle. And here in the PBH, well, it's a tale of two cities. The Dawg Pack with 4 different goaltenders. Bradshaw going pole to pole in goal for Salsa, despite being solved there by Lonnie McDermott.
Lonnie McDermott tucking this in, but you're absolutely right. Bradshaw has been outstanding in the second half. Stopped his first original 10 or 11 shots, I believe. Getting beat on this one, but making the initial save. You need your defenseman there to pick up the rebounds, and Lonnie McDermott jumps on this, puts it in. Lonnie McDermott looking to come back and be a force next year, wants to guarantee himself a spot in the lineup.
There it is, the excitement of Pro Beach Hockey here in Southern California. It has really taken hold in the area. We hope you're enjoying wherever you're watching this game here today. Net is empty to our right, Marty.
Lily, the Dawg Pack not quitting here. They're looking, like you said, to be spoilers. They're going to play this thing right down to the wire. 5 guys on the court. They're sending 3 guys up all the way. 1 guy mid-court and 1 guy back in front of the net.
Oh, my. What a rocket. Delivered there by Mike DeAngelis, and it tattooed that right post. The lone man back. Covering for the Dawg Pack is Mike Power. Near side dish. McDermott shooting upstairs, checking Wally Lacroix. It's McDermott giving chase for the loose ball in the corner. Dave McLean will just lob it back over the center stripe. We're down to 20 seconds left in the game. Lacroix again shooting, caught his own man in the back. Harmer couldn't get out of the way of that rocket off the stick of Wally Lacroix. We're down to the final 10 seconds of the game.
Look at Ray Mass just trying to eat the clock here for them.
Lacroix again, and a glove hand save by Shaw. That can prove to be a game saver. 2-1, it's all over, and Salsa is going to go to the playoffs.
Did you see the smart play by Bradshaw, knowing it doesn't matter if there's a rebound goal? He is a good 10, 12 feet outside his net on that 2-point shot, preserving at least a victory for his team, Salsa, who propelled themselves up and guaranteed themselves that they're going to play either a second or third place team come playoff time.
So the Dawg Pack wander off, dropping 3 of their last 4 in the regular season with their tail between their legs as Salsa rockets their way to a 6-4 triumph, outshooting the Pack 26-22. So what does this mean in the standings? Well, simply now, Salsa has put the onus on the Express. They must win or tie or at least win the goal differential to secure that second place position. For more, we go to Marty McSorley standing by.
Thank you, Chris. I'm standing here with a fabulous goaltender, Bradshaw. Great performance by your team today.
It actually was, Marty. Last night we had a tough game. We lost by quite a few goals, and it was kind of a character check for us today to come out. We knew we had to win this game, and the guys didn't. They played a great team effort today.
Now, you guys lost 11-4 to Heavy Metal last time, the #1 team. What do you have to do to prepare for them come playoff time?
I think we got to just, get ready mentally and just pretend they're any other team in the league, because when we play our game and we forecheck and we keep 2 guys back, we can beat anybody, and we just got to get it out of our heads that they're heavy metal and that, you know, that they've beaten us twice, because we can beat them.
Oh, great. Thank you, Brad. Good luck come playoff time. Now let's see if we can hunt down Tiffany.
Well, the game's over, but the party's still going on. Make sure you join us next time when the net surfing, cyber slashing web warriors take on the all-American superheroes, the Express. And if you know what's good for you, you'll log on to ProBeachHockey.com for upcoming airtimes on ESPN and ESPN2. For Chris Madsen and Marty McSorley, I'm Tim. I better see you next time. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. Go.com.